Hey guys, I'm Sean,
I'm Jim.
and we got a special one here. We're kind of doing a West Coast theme tonight. We had Ja Rule, we had some stuff with the game in it, and we're gonna take it back a little bit and do some Warren G here. We're gonna do Regulate. It's his biggest song. Was released in 1994, and it was on his album Above the Rim. Um, it was nominated for a Grammy for the best rap performance. And to me, it is kind of the quintessential West Coast sound from the 90s. It is super cool, super chill. It's very laid back. It's one of those things where it's just fun to listen to. You kind of just want to just get in there, man. Like it's cool, man. But anyways, we're gonna check it out. Again, this is with Nate Dogg. It's Warren G and Nate Dogg. The video actually has a cameo of and we're actually gonna watch the video because I remembered that the words are actually super easy to follow in this song. It's super easy to follow. Like not kind of easy, like super easy to follow. So yeah, because they're it's a very laid back rapping style. There's not a lot of speed or word kind of contortions, you know what I mean, where you say a word kind of weird to make it rhyme. There's not a ton of that in this song, so it should be relatively easy for you to follow actually, for the lyrics. So we'll go ahead and get into it, guys. Do you have any questions before I start the video, Jim?
Did I just hear you say it's easy? It should be simple, even for a white boy to understand.
I mean, I didn't say it in so many words, but hey, man, some of the biggest rap fans are white, so I don't, you know. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and hit play here, guys.
Regulators. We regulate any stealing of his property. We're damn good, too. But you can't be any geek off the street. Gotta be handy with the steel, if you know what I mean. Earn your keep.
Regulators! Mount up! It was a clear black night, a clear white moon. Warren G was on the streets trying to consume some skirts for the E, so I could get some phones. Rolling in my ride, chilling all alone.
Just hit the east side of the LBC on a mission trying to find Mr. Warren G. Seen a car full of girls, ain't no need to tweak. All of you search know what's up with 213.
So I hooked select on 21 and Lewis. Some brothers shooting dice, so I said, let's do this. I jumped out the ride and said, what's up? Some brothers pulled some heat, so I said, I'm
Since these girls peeping me, I'm gonna glide and swerve. These looking so hard, they straight hit the curve. Want to bigger, better things than some horny tricks. I see my homie and some suckers all in his mix.
I'm getting jacked, I'm breaking myself. I can't believe they taking Warren's wealth. They took my rings, they took my Rolex. I looked at the brother, said, damn, what's next?
They got my homie hemmed up and they all around. Can't none of them see him if they going straight pound for pound. They wanna come up real quick before they start to clown. I best pull out my and lay them busters down.
They got guns to my head, I think I'm going down. I can't believe it's happening in my own town. If I had wings, I would fly, let me contemplate. I glance in the cut and I see my homie Nate.
16 in the and 1 in the hole. Nate Dogg is about to make some bodies turn. Now they dropping and yelling, it's a tad bit late. Nate Dogg and Warren G had to regulate.
Thoughts so far?
Okay, it's easy listening. No problem there.
Yeah.
Good
It's a groove, isn't it? Like,
yeah. Good with the steel. I wasn't certain if they're talking about good with a blade or good with a gun.
The answer is
But
yes.
later, yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, it's a very cool sound, isn't it? Like, you kind of just, I mean, I saw you immediately, you started bobbing, you were like, yeah, you know, like it's just a cool sound, man. And it's wild because, like, first off, they're doing storytelling, which I always love when people are telling a story, like an individual excerpt from their lives. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. I'm sure it's embellished if it is, right? But like, but like the point is that they're actually telling a story, which I love, and that's something that, like, at least in the 90s and the 80s, like, I always heard West Coast artists doing a better job of actually storytelling. Now, you know, that's just something I always noticed. You know, There's a couple that I can think of off the top of my head that did a really good job of storytelling. But yeah, it's just, and the other thing that's like very notable is, right, like they're talking about some horrible shit, right? Like,
yeah, and
like, and it doesn't sound that bad. Like, it's like, oh yeah, I had to, you know,
what was
pull
that,
off the pole and make some bodies go cold. Like,
yeah. What was that one? 16 in the clip and 1 in the hole.
yeah. Warren G's about to make some bodies go cold. It's like, what? You know, like, it's like he's like chilling. Like, he's so it's like, actually it's like the opposite of like a Ja Rule, right? Like, he's being so casual about it, so nonchalant about it, that it almost doesn't feel like he's bragging, but he is. You know what I mean? But it's like,
I would have a really hard time putting any cred behind that. I really would. But as a story, it sounds good.
Yeah. We'll get back into it.
I laid all them busters down, I let my explode. Now I'm switching my mind back into freak mode. If you won't skirt, sit back and observe. I just left a gang of over there on the curb.
Now they got the freaks, and that's a known fact. Before I got jacked, I was on the same track. Back up, cause it's on NATE.
Now, did you see that guy in that bandana there for a second? Here,
I
I'll go
won't.
back a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Him. That's actually Tupac.
Okay.
That's Tupac. Just so you know, like, you can put a face to the name. That's Tupac.
Okay.
Was on the same track. Back up, cause it's on NATE and me, the woman to the G.
Just like I thought, they were in the same spot, in need of some desperate help. The Nate Dogg and the G-Child were in need of something else. One of them names was sexy as hell. I said, ooh, I like your size. She said my chords broke down and just sing real nice. Would you let me ride? I got a car full of girls and it's going real swell. The next stop is the East Side Motel.
I'm tweaking into a whole new era. G-Funk, step to this, I dare ya. Funk on a whole new level.
The rhythm is the bass and the bass is the treble.
Chords, strings, we brings melody. G-Funk, where rhythm is life and life is rhythm.
If you know like I know, you don't want to step to this. It's the G-Funk era, funked out with a gangster twist. If you smoke like I smoke, then you like every day. And if your ass is a buster, 213 will regulate.
I don't know if I would call that funk, though it has sort of a funk to it. But it's not what I call funk.
Well, it has that funky feel to it, and obviously it's G-Funk, meaning I think gangsta funk. You know,
Yeah,
so
that's what I was thinking from that
it's
reference.
It's the hip hop version of funk, and I would say it has a lot of funk to it in the audio, in the beat arrangement, and the way that they put the backing track has a lot of funk elements to it when you think about it. It has that doom 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 doom, the nice bass line.
Yes,
there.
yes,
It kind of rides the whole time, and you know, it's just, you know. But anyways,
yeah, to me, funk has a little bit. It's hard to explain. A harder feel to it.
maybe, but the whole point of this style of rap is, you know, is just the very laid back.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's definitely laid back.
It's super laid back, and I mean, like you said, this is like a more easy listening version of rap, right? Like you can ride in the car. You can ride in the car for hours listening to this, and it will never get old. because not this particular song. I mean, one song will definitely get old, but like,
Yeah, but
you
I
could
will
listen to
say,
this style for hours, and
I don't know. If I were driving cross country, like I've done many a time from Dallas to LA and back and so forth, this is not a style I would want to listen to for hours on the open highway. For hours on the open highway, I'm going to want like Def Leppard or ZZ Top.
Well, yeah, you're gonna
even
want something
Jimi,
more upbeat to
yeah,
kind of keep you
even Jimi
engaged and
Hendrix.
awake.
Yeah,
But-
something that's driving.
This is more of a cruising music. You're riding around town.
Yeah, this is more like cruise night.
Yeah, that's why I said you could hang out in the car for a couple hours. You might be going to you might be just doing a cruise, right? Where you get together with 200 of your best friends, and you drive 50 miles to this one point in a caravan, that kind of thing.
Yeah, like a cruise night in Whittier.
Yeah,
Just crank up the bass, crank up the volume, and
Yep.
just cruise at 5 miles an hour down the boulevard and tell the cops to go fuck themselves.
exactly. That's exactly what this is for. So yeah, but overall, you enjoyed this.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's strictly a story. I mean, I didn't take any real life experience out of that at all. It's just a
Well, no.
story,
No.
strictly a story.
But a good story.
Yeah.
Good story. The skill of storytelling is something that's lost on a lot of rappers today. They would do well to go back and listen to this stuff. A lot of them would.
But I don't think I would take any girls to the East Side Motel.
Have you ever heard of that place before? Is that a real place that you're familiar with or something?
Not as such. I'm certain it is. I have
Okay.
no doubt. I have no doubt about that. But just looking at the imagery that they had up there, if it is real, no, that's. If I took somebody to the East Side Motel, or even worse, if somebody said, "Hey, let's go to my room at the East Side Motel," I'd be looking for a setup.
That's fair. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and end it here, guys. It sounds like Jim enjoyed this one. I love this song personally. Just such a cool vibe. And it's a vibe, guys. It's a vibe.
Yeah.
It's a vibe. So we'll go ahead and end it here, guys. And yeah, if you liked this, drop a like, drop a comment if you have any constructive criticism, suggestions. You want to hear us, do a specific song, any of that stuff. We want to hear from you. And if you want to hear more, obviously subscribe and hit the bell button so you don't miss anything.
And I'll come up with something to throw at Sean that's going to catch him off guard.
Well, I was nice to you tonight. I did West Coast stuff. I was friendly. I didn't do anything wild like make you listen to the Midwest Choppers album or anything like. That's messed up, right? For someone who doesn't have the ear developed yet. I didn't do that to you. So be nice back, man. Be nice.
Well, unfortunately, it'd be hard to catch you off guard because I already know from you and I talking that you grew up with as much country as I did. So
Sure did.
So between metal, rock, and country, I'd be really hard pressed to find something you don't know.
Yeah, you'd be hard pressed to find a genre, anyways. I mean, there's a million bands. I'll never hear them all, but yeah. Anyways, guys, we're gonna wrap it up here, and have a great night, and we'll look forward to seeing you guys on the next one.
Later.